Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know. Hello everybody, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know. Good evening everybody, good evening, good evening, good evening. I hope that I'm audible, guys. If there is any problem with my audio or the video, please do let me know. Everything is fine, no issues. Okay, great. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. So, how are you guys? Everything is fine. There's no problem. Okay, great. Okay, how are you? I'm fine as well. I'm a bit weak, but yeah, I'm also fine. Okay, that's great to hear, guys. So, how was your day, guys? Do let me know. How was your day? How was your day, guys? Do let me know that. Good, fine. Okay, great. That's amazing, guys. That's amazing. So, can you guys let me know what are the different things that we have studied in our yesterday's class, guys? Please do let me know. What are the different things that we have studied in yesterday's class, guys? Please do let me know. We have studied about alert, we have studied about prompt, we got an introduction to the topics itself, variables, console, okay, JavaScript, introduction, okay, basics of JavaScript itself. Okay, that's great. So it's good to see that you guys were able to remember what are the different things that we have studied yesterday. Along with the same, guys, did you guys practice something yesterday after the class got over? Did you guys try to do some of the stuff yourself? Please do let me know. I know, like, many of you will say yes, but most of you must not have done it. See, my only concern with this is that when you're listening to me in the class, you are trying to understand the core concepts behind what you are here to study. But after the class as well, take some time, have your dinner, and then try to implement everything that I've taught you on your own. Just open up your laptop, try to do it on your own. So what happens right over there is you will try to recall, okay, what has been taught in the class. Okay, so this is how, like, I should be doing it. Okay, I messed it up somewhere, this is not working. You will search for it, you will watch the video again. In such a manner you are able to, like, increase the whatever you have learned. Okay, it will get sedimented in your mind properly. Okay, and that is the aim. Your aim is to learn as much as possible. Just listening to me right over here will not make a difference in the future. Okay, because in the interview when you will be going, it would not be something like, okay, show me the certificate, and yes, you have certificate, you know JavaScript, that's good. Certificates are just a way for the interviewer to ask you questions related to those topics. Okay, so you require certificates in your resume. You require projects in your resume. But the interviewer isn't dumb. Okay, people just copy projects, people just steal certificates as well. So the interviewer is not dumb. He or she will be asking you questions related to those topics. Okay, so you have a project on HTML, CSS, and React and JavaScript. Okay, so this is a question that I will be asking. So what is component lifecycle model? Okay, or what is, like, a prompt? What is alert? How can you use, like, what is concatenation in JavaScript? So they will be asking you questions to check whether you actually know stuff or not. If you are not able to answer those questions properly, okay, that certificate carries no value. Okay, you will be termed as a liar. You have cheated your way into getting a certificate, and you will be rejected right over there. Certificates only have value if you have the knowledge corresponding to those certificates. You don't have that knowledge, it's not, that certificate has no value for you. Okay, so please try to remember this, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Great. See, my job right over here, I'm not a YouTuber. Okay. I'm not here to tell you that, okay, this is an upcoming technology or this is something that is going to happen or not. My basic concern is with placements. Okay. My only concern is with placements. That is the reason why I always tell students that if you are not from a good college, go with full stack web development. If you are from a good college, go with data science. These are the only two fields right now that has the most number of placements available, that guarantees that you are going to get placed in a good company. So my job is to make sure that you are able to see the mirror. Okay, this is the harsh reality of today's world, and you need to be like aware of that certificates, I've seen students going behind certificates, but they don't understand this, that if a single certificate is found in your resume for which you are not able to answer the questions via the interviewers, all your certificates are deemed to be fake. Not just that certificate, you're immediately removed from the interview itself. Like the interviewer will think that you have just copied the project from somewhere else. So that is something that you should be able to understand. Okay. Okay, great. So shall we start with our today's class, guys? Please do let me know. Shall we start with our today's class, guys? Please do let me know, guys. Shall we start with our today's class, guys? Please do let me know. Okay, great. So let's get started right away. Let me open up the Chrome that we were using yesterday itself. I've also opened up your live chat on my mobile phone so that I'm able to see your questions and queries if there are any. So yesterday we saw the console.log. We also saw how to create variables in JavaScript. We also saw concatenation in JavaScript, and we used all these concepts together inside of right over here. Today we are trying to understand what do you mean by functions, how to use a function, what are the different kinds of functions. So functions will be the topic that will be our primary objective of learning for today. Okay, if you are able to finish off with functions early on, we'll start with HTML from today itself. Okay, and whatever topics in JavaScript that comes at a later point of time while we'll be doing React, okay, we'll try to understand it right over there. Okay, so because I don't want to spend a lot of time learning JavaScript, otherwise like we'll get less time for learning React or CSS or other technologies as well. So whatever new thing that will be coming up while learning React, we'll learn it right over there. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. Like I said, I am considering that you don't know anything. We'll be just starting from the most basics. Okay, so don't worry about it. So let's start with this. Okay, okay, console.log. Let's try to understand functions by an example. First of all, let's say that you are coming to my house. The same example that I used yesterday. Okay, the same example I'm using today as well. I don't remember if you guys are able to recall it or not. So that's the reason why. So you came to my house, you're sitting with me on my sofa, and I ask you that, okay, can you bring me a glass of water? Okay, or you ask me that, okay, can you bring me a glass of water? So I, as the gracious host, I will go and I will fill up my water bottle or a glass with water, and then I will bring it to you and you will drink it. So you just had to ask of me, can you bring a glass of water? Just a basic sentence. And I was able to do a lot of different stuff. Okay, I was able to get up from the sofa. I was able to walk towards a glass. I was able to find a glass. I was able to pick it up. I was able to fill it up with water. I was able to like trace my steps back to you and give you the water to drink. So there were a lot of different steps that were involved. You didn't had to tell me explicitly that, okay, first get up, then walk like 10 feet in front of you, then 50 feet to the right side of you, pick up the glass, fill it up with water, bring it back. So you didn't have to tell me every single step. You just had to ask me one thing, that, okay, can you bring a glass of water to me? And that is what functions are. Okay, so whenever you have a code, okay, whenever you have a piece of code that you have to do again and again, okay, not continuously. Okay, I'm not talking about something that you have to do in a loop. You don't have to do it continuously. For example, whenever somebody comes to your home, okay, you greet them that namaste, welcome to our home. Okay, you greet a particular person. Of course, like as a bachelor, you won't be greeting it like that. Most of you are from college, so we know how we greet our friends when they knock to our doors. But yeah, you will greet them in some way. Now, not every single second somebody is at your door knocking it up. Okay, it would be like maybe once an hour or once a day or twice a day at different intervals itself. But every time somebody is coming to your door, you have to greet them. Okay, you are greeting them. So now these type of, now in coding as well, there are some pieces of code that you have to do again and again. Okay, not at like fixed intervals of time at any point of time, but you have to do that again. Now for example, let's say that you want to greet a particular person coming to your website. Okay, you want to greet a particular person coming to your website, so you are having a prompt. Okay, you are having a prompt statement. Let's just write the code directly. Okay, instead of writing it right over here, we will write it here itself. So we have a prompt right over here. So we are having var name is equals to prompt what is your name. Okay, so we'll first take in the input from the user. Okay, so this is the user giving the input of his name. So what is your name? So let's type in Shoris Sinha. Okay, so that is the name that I'm giving in as an input using prompt. We have seen this yesterday. Next, I want to create another alert, a greeting alert. So we are going to create an alert, and we are going to write, hi name, how are you? Okay, so this is a greeting that I'm trying to create. So what I've done right over here is I'm having my name. Okay, that is the variable that I've created that takes in the input from the user itself, and I've created an alert right over here saying, hi Shaurya, how are you? Okay, so if I'm pressing enter right over here, as you're able to see, we are getting an greeting that, hi Shaurya Sana, how are you? Now the problem with this particular piece of code is that every single time a new user is coming to your website, you will have to write these 2 lines of code again and again. Okay, so every single time a new user is coming to your website, you'll have to write these 2 lines of code again and again. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please let me know. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please do let me know, guys. Do let me know, guys. Think about it. If any type of new user is coming to your website, I will have to write these 2 lines of code again and again. Now the problem with this is maybe there is an error, so you will see that, okay, it's easy, we'll just copy paste these 2 lines of code, or we'll type it out again. But there may be some issues, maybe while copying and pasting the code again and again for like 2000 users that is coming up to your website every single day, you might get an error. Okay, you might not be able to copy paste it correctly, or just typing it out as well 2000 times, it will take a lot of time from your behalf. So there is a lot of errors that can be made right over here, and we don't want that. So what we will be doing is we will be putting these 2 lines of code. The first line of code was the prompt. Okay, the first line of code was prompt prompt, and the second line of code that was there was our alert. We will be putting these 2 pieces of code inside a box, and we'll be naming that box as something, just like in variables. In variables, what we used to do, we created a box, we named the box as rent, and we kept the value, whatever value that we wanted, inside that box. The same thing we are going to do, but this time we are going to do it with code. This time this box is named as maybe greeting. The name of the box is greeting. The value that is present inside the box is 2 lines of code, and this is called as a function. Okay, this is called as a function function. Okay, so this is how we are going to, and every time, instead of writing these 2 lines of code, just like instead of writing the value every single time, okay, just like in variables, instead of writing the value every single time, we were using the word rent. Similar to that, instead of writing these 2 lines of code again and again, we will be writing the word, that is, we will be using the function greeting. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. You guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. So actually, I'm suffering from food poisoning. I hope that like I might be feeling a bit under the weather. That is the reason why like I'm not so energetic today. But yeah, so I hope that you guys are able to understand this very clearly. Just think about it as a variable itself. For those who are not able to understand, I will make you guys understand once again. Instead of writing these two lines of code again and again, just like instead of writing the value again and again inside that we were having, instead of using 2000 again and again that we have learned yesterday, okay, we were putting it inside a variable called as rent, and we were replacing the value by rent itself. Instead of writing 2000, we were writing rent everywhere. That was the concept of variables. This we have learned yesterday. The same way we are having functions. Instead of writing these lines of code again and again or copy pasting it again and again, you can put it inside a box called as greeting. Okay, and this is how functions basically operate. Functions are variables for code. Okay, think about it as functions are variables for code. We have understood variables yesterday. For those who have not attended yesterday's class, I will highly suggest them that go after this class, attend the entire class, only then you will be able to proceed further. Okay, you can leave from this class, first attend yesterday's class, otherwise you won't be able to understand shit. Okay, and I don't want that for you. So please, if you have not attended yesterday's class and still you are not able to understand what I'm teaching today, okay, so if you have attended yesterday's class and you are not able to understand anything that I'm teaching today, then let me know. If you have not attended yesterday's class, then please leave this class, go back to yesterday's class, watch the entire class again, then come to this class. Okay, otherwise you're wasting your time. Okay, great. So let's move further from right over here. Now, the problem with this is that we cannot write multiple lines of code right over here inside the console. For example, up till now, as you're able to see, I used to write one line of code and then it used to run. Okay, like I was not able to write multiple lines of code and execute them together. So for doing that inside of console, let's see this. Let's have var name is equals to prompt. What is your name? If I press enter right now, okay, if I press enter right now, in that case, this line of code will run and I will get the prompt and I will have to enter my name. I don't want that. I want to write another line of code after this. I want to write another line of code after this. To be able to do that, what you have to do is you want to click on shift and enter. Okay, you want to click on shift and then enter. Okay, you want to click on shift and enter right over here. This will take your cursor to the next line. Okay, it will take your cursor to the next line. Now you can write the next line of code, that is alert. Let me just copy paste it. I don't want to write it again, so I will just copy paste the entire code right over here. So as you're able to see, hey, we are writing two lines of code together. Okay, we are writing two lines of code together. If I want to write another line of code, then I will again have to press shift enter. Okay, if I want to write another line of code, I have to press again shift and enter. Okay, if I want to run these two lines of code together, then I can just press enter, and then first I'm able to get my prompt, that is what is your name. That is the first line of code is getting executed. If I'm putting my answer as Shaurya, then I'm getting the second line of code executed directly without doing anything, and I'm getting hi Shaurya, how are you? But so this is how you are able to execute and write multiple lines of code inside the console. But this is a huge problem as well. Maybe like instead of pressing shift enter when you're writing like 100 or 150 lines of code, so pressing shift enter, you by mistake press enter, and that like 70 lines of code will get executed. Then you'll have to copy paste all that code again and then continue writing it. So it's a big hassle. Okay, it's a big hassle. When you want to write multiple lines of code, you will not be using the console at that point of time. Consoles are usually used to basically cross check some of your front end or back end problems that are there right from the console itself by writing one or two lines of code. But if you want to write multiple lines of code, okay, we have to use something else. We cannot use the console anymore. So for that, what I want from you guys is, okay, I want you guys to go from console to sources. Okay, I want you guys to go from console. So you're having console, elements, sources, network, and so on and so forth. I want you guys to select sources. So please do not do it along with me. Please listen to what I'm saying. After this class, if you guys want to try it, you can try it on your own. Okay, I want you guys to go to sources. From sources, there is two arrows on the top left corner. Are you guys able to see these two arrows on the top left corner, guys? Please do let me know. Please explain again why are we using shift plus enter instead of enter. So if you are placing, so when you are writing your code inside console, if you are pressing enter, that will execute that particular line of code. Okay, it won't allow you to write a new line of code. If I want to write a new line of code, for that I want to go to the next line. Okay, and for that I have to press shift enter to make the cursor. So now my code, even though I press shift enter, my code is not running. I've just taken the cursor to the next line. I can continue writing my code as long as I want. Okay, so that is why we use shift enter to move to the next line of code itself. So sources, then in sources there are the two arrows on the top left corner. Click on those two arrows as you are able to see, then click on snippets. Okay, then click on snippets right over here. Now inside this snippet, this particular page will open up. I want you guys to create a new snippet. Okay, I want you guys to create a new snippet right over here and rename this particular new snippet. Okay, rename this new snippet as, let's say, you can name it as anything that you want. Okay, let's say that I'm naming it as Naruto. I'm naming it as Naruto.js. Okay, I'm naming this file as Naruto.js. You can name it as anything. Okay, you can name it as Shaurya.js or maybe like Shitish.js or Kelly.js. It's totally up to you. But I'm currently naming it as Naruto.js. Now .js is very important. That is the extension of that file. Just like you are having your .docs or you are having your .pdf, you are having .ppt. That is the type of file that you are currently creating. So right over here, we want to create a JavaScript file. We are going to write all our JavaScript code inside of this particular file itself. Now, as you're able to see, this works as a proper doc file. Okay, this works as a proper doc file right over here. So just like in a documentation, you write all the scripts and everything that you want to have, and you save it for a later point of time when you want to read it at a later point of time. The same thing goes on with these files as well. So inside of your console, if you wanted to write a particular line of code, you were writing line of code, you were pressing enter and it would get executed. If you tried to write multiple lines of code, you'll have to press shift enter to go to the next line of code. Right over here, you don't have to worry about anything. Just like a normal documentation, you can continuously like write your code as much as possible. If you want to write 1,000 lines of code as well, you can do it. For example, right over here, without thinking about shift enter and all those kind of stuff, you can just press enter to move on, just like a normal documentation. You can continuously type as much as you want. For example, I'm typing var name is equals to prompt prompt, and then what is your name, question mark. So I'm first creating var name is equals to prompt what is your name, and then I'm writing alert hi name. So I don't have to keep in mind anything like this. I don't have to press shift and enter or anything. I just press enter, I move on to the next line, I write my code right over there. And as you're able to see, and then if I want to save my code, whatever I've written right over here, if I want to save my code right over here, I will just press on Control S. Okay, I will press on Control S right over here. So that saves my code. Now if I want to run these this file, okay, so I cannot run individual lines of code right over here. I can run only this naruto.js file. So it will run all the lines of code that is present in this particular file right now. So for doing that, you can either press Control Enter to run the entire file, or down below you are able to see this particular play button. Okay, you are able to see this particular play button right over here. Okay, so you can click on this particular play button and it will run this particular file for you. Okay, so right over here, if I'm clicking on this, you are able to see that what is your name. So I'm writing Shaurya, and then I'm having hi Shaurya, how are you? So it runs the entire file, all the lines of code that is present in this particular file for me. Are you guys able to understand snippets? Please do let me know. Snippets are small pieces of code that you want to run together. Okay, so this is a small snippet of code. Okay, this is a small piece of code itself that you are running together. So that is the meaning of snippets. Snippets is a normal English term itself. It's not related to programming. It's an English term. So you can definitely, if your vocabulary is great, you might be knowing the meaning of it. Otherwise, you can even search for it using a dictionary. Okay, there's no issues in that. there's a lot of questions that why are we not using VS Code and all that. See, I've been a developer for the past 6 years, so let me be the judge of what we are going to use and not. Like I said, I like to take things from basics so that you guys are able to understand some core concepts that you won't be able to understand if I directly start using VS Code. You won't be able to use alerts and prompts in VS Code. You won't be able to understand why we are currently writing JavaScript only in a browser. If I directly start with VS Code, you won't be able to get that fact. So, due to that reason, I'm starting out with the browser itself. I will be letting you guys know about why are we currently coding in the browser, and we will be shifting to a proper VS Code when we'll be starting with React.js, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so right now we have seen that, okay, these are the two lines of code that we need to create in our greeting. So now we need to create our function. Just like we created our variables, we are going to create our function, that is the greeting function, that has these two lines of code right over here. So let's see this. I'm so sorry. To create a function, just like in variables, you need to initialize it with var. Okay, that is a keyword, and that is a fixed keyword in JavaScript that basically says that, okay, you're creating a variable. Similar to that, inside of functions, the keyword is function. So you want to create a function, you need to call it function. Okay, so first of all, you need to write that, okay, you are creating a function, then the name of that function. So let's say that the name of the current function that we are creating is greeting, greeting, greeting. That is the name of the function that we want to create. Okay, the next thing that we want to do is we want to put up a parenthesis right over here. Guys, please do not disturb the class. Okay, I will be telling you guys why we are not using VS Code right now and why we will be using VS Code. Without that, we won't be able to do our programming. Please be patient. Okay, focus upon what I'm teaching right now. Okay, I know you are very hungry for knowledge and everything, but I cannot give you like pieces of knowledge just in random bits. Like, there's a sequence that I need to follow so that you guys are able to understand stuff slowly and steadily, and it's not coming to you all at once. If I'm doing that, then 90% of you won't be able to understand shit, and I don't want that. Okay, I want to make sure that everybody is able to understand as much as possible. Please use the live chat only in the case in which you have something, an important question to ask. Because if you are putting up random bullshit in the live chat, then I'm not able to see the important questions that are there. Okay, so please try to make sure that the decorum of the class is maintained. Okay, otherwise have fun while learning. Okay, it's a pretty chilled out scenario, so don't worry about it. Okay, so right over here, first of all, function, you're creating a function. The name of the function that is there is greeting. Okay, that is the name of the function that we are creating. Then a parenthesis, we'll be letting you guys know why this parenthesis exists, but right now there's a parenthesis as well. Then inside of curly braces, okay, inside of curly braces, you have to put, okay, you have to put all your code that you want to go inside of this particular function called as greeting. Okay, inside this particular function, whatever code that you want to have, you have to put it right over here. So let's copy paste this right now. Okay, let's copy paste this right now. This is the code that needs to go inside of the greeting function. Let's align this properly. And as you're able to see, we have created our greeting function. So simple. Okay, there's the same two lines of code that we were having right over there, that var name is equals to prompt what is your name. Devesh. So var name is equals to prompt what is your name, and then alert hi name, how are you. So as you're able to see, we have created our very first function. Okay, and it's very simple. Same two pieces of code, we just put it inside a function itself. That's it. But when I'm running this particular line of code, okay, when I'm running this particular line of code, you are able to see nothing is happening. I'm not getting any kind of alert. I'm not getting any kind of prompt. Why is that the case? Did I make some error? What is that is happening? I've created the function properly. There's no issues in that, but it is still not working. Why is that the case? Can somebody let me know? Just think about it. Why is that the case? Can somebody let me know? Exactly. So let's say that I don't know if you guys watch anime or not. So I'm a big anime fan. So let us take an example. So this is Midoriya Izuku. Okay, also known as Deku for short. So now I've introduced Deku to you guys. Okay, so this is Deku. I've told you that, okay, he wears a green jumpsuit. He is a big fan of All Might. He's from the My Hero Academia anime as well. So I've introduced you to him that, okay, at any point of time, if there is some villain who is behind you, you can reach out to him and he will help you out. So I've just introduced him to you. Okay, I just introduced him to you. You know about him, you have an idea about him, but to be able to like use his powers, to be able to use his powers, to be able to take help from him, you need to call him. Okay, you need to call him that, okay, Izuku or Deku, please help me out. Similar to that, if I have introduced myself to you guys that, okay, my name is Shaurya, I was a data scientist, I was a full stack engineer. I've introduced myself, I've been with you guys for the past 2 days. But to be able to take help from me, you will have to call me by my name. Okay, you will have to call me, okay, Shaurya, can you please help me out with this? Okay, so that is the same that you have to do with functions as well. Right now what you have done is you have just declared the function. You have made an introduction to the function. Okay, this is the function, its name is greeting. It has these 2 lines of code inside of it. But to be able to use that function, you need to call it. Now calling the function is pretty simple. Okay, calling the function is pretty simple right over here. So to call a function, you just have to write greeting, that is the name of the function, greeting, then parenthesis, and then a semicolon at the end. As simple as that. Okay, this is how you call a function. Okay, you have your name of the function, you have your parenthesis, and then you are having your semicolon at the end. Now if I'm running my code, you are able to see that, okay, everything is working properly. I'm having my prompt, I'm having my alert, and everything is working absolutely fine. Okay, are you guys able to understand how to create a simple function and how to call it as well? Can you guys let me know? Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Okay, great. So I will try to keep the session entertaining. I will bring in some characters as well. I have Shigaraki as well. I have Zenitsu. I have Goku. I have Naruto. I have a lot of different anime. Like, yeah. So I'm a kid at heart. Okay, so let's continue with this. Now, let's try to understand something. Let's see that. Okay, so let's treat a function. Okay, let's treat a function as a party. Okay, let's treat a function as a party itself. Now, let's say that this is your function. Okay, this is your function. Greeting. Now when you're going to this party, okay, now this is a party. Okay, think about it as a party itself. When you're going to a party, you usually take a gift for the person that is organizing the party. Okay, you usually take up a gift. It's not like it is not good to go to a party empty handed, so you will always take up a gift. The same thing you can do with functions as well. You can gift the function something that it can use within the party. Okay, you can gift something to the function to use within the party itself. For example, let's say that the user coming to your website has already told you that he is 24 years old. Okay, let's try to understand this. Okay, so the user that is coming to your website has already told you early on itself that he is 24 years old. Now inside the greeting function, you are having a prompt. Okay, you are having a prompt which takes in the name of the user, and then you are having an alert which generates an alert. Okay, that is, hi Shaurya, how are you, or something like that. So now what you want is, along with that like alert, you want to say that, hi Shaurya, you are 24 years old. But you don't want to take in another prompt from the user, because you already know that he is 24 years old. He has already told you guys that he is 24 years old. So it's not like a good idea to take in like another prompt inside the function asking him his age once again. It is very redundant. So what you want to do is, you want to use this information that he is 24 years old inside the function. Okay, you want to use like the information that he is 24 years old within the function itself. Now you need to gift this 24 24 inside this function. Okay, you want to gift this 24 to the party. Okay, this age, whatever age that you are having, you want to give it to the party itself. Now for that reason, okay, let's go back to our code. Let's try to gift our function something. Let's say that let's create a variable called as age. So var age is equals to, let's say, 24 right over here. So we are having our age as 24. Now this particular function greeting, okay, takes in a gift as well. This gift needs to be the age of the user. Okay, this particular function takes in a gift as well, and this gift needs to be the age. Let's remove this. They will directly put up 24 itself. So right over here inside the function called as greeting, this function now takes in a gift. That gift is your age. Okay, this function takes in a gift as well, and that gift is your age right over here. So we are going to have inside the parenthesis, as you are able to see, greeting. Okay, function greeting age, var name is equals to prompt what is your name, and alert hi name, your age is, and then space plus age right over here. So what I'm currently doing is I'm defining my new function. I'm defining my new function, that is our greeting function right over here. Okay, and you are having the greeting, that is the name of the function. This particular function takes in an input as well. This particular function takes in an input as well. Okay, that input is your age. Okay, that input is your age. Okay, that you are putting it up right over here. Okay, so var name is equals to prompt what is your name. Okay, that is your normal like from data you are getting, and this age, whatever you have put in as input, you are going to use it right over here inside alert. So hi name, your age is, then your age right over there. Okay, so this is how you have declared the function. This function takes in a gift, that is your age. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. And guys able to understand this, please do let me know, guys. I've declared this age. Okay, I've declared this function with a parameter. Okay, that is age, that you have to gift to the function itself, that it is going to use inside of it. Okay, so now while calling the function itself, what we are going to do is we are going to write greeting, and then we need to provide it with the parameter. We need to provide it with the gift, that is age. Okay, so right now the parameter that we are having is age, that is the gift that we want to provide. So 24 is the input that we are providing right over here. So greeting 24. Okay, 24 is the input that we are providing right over here, that is the age. Now that will be assigned, 24 will be assigned to age, and that will be used inside the function itself. Okay, so if I'm running this particular line of code right over here, it is asking me for my name. I'll just put in something gibberish, and it is able to have hi gibberish, your age is 24. Okay, hi gibberish, your age is 24 right over here. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. It's as simple as that. While declaring the function itself, you have just put up a parameter, that is a gift that you have to give to this function so that it is working properly. Now that gift itself is the age. Right over here, we are providing the age as 24. We are providing the gift as 24. That is going to get utilized inside the function to give us hi Shaurya, your age is 24. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? If you're still not able to understand it, you have missed a lot of different things when I was speaking. You were busy with something else. That is the only possible scenario. Okay, because functions, we have already understood it. Just adding up a particular input portion to the function, it's just adding like an age inside of the parameters itself. Okay, so right over here, as you're able to see, we don't have to limit ourselves with just one parameter. We can provide it with a lot of different gifts. Let's say that we want to provide it with age. We want to provide it with, let's say, your address, address address. We want to provide it with your phone number. Okay, phone number. You can provide it with as many number of gifts as you want. If you want to utilize it inside the function, it's fine. If you don't want to utilize it inside the function, it's totally fine. Let's say hi name, your age is this, plus, and then you live in, and then plus address address, and let's have your Okay, so we will not be utilizing phone number, so let's remove it. It would be big. So you can put up as many number of parameters as you want. The same thing when you want to put up, like when you are calling the function itself. Okay, when you want to call the function itself, then you can to call it as, okay, first of all the age, that is 24, then the address, that is Bangalore. Okay, so you are able to put up two particular two particular parameters to your function. The first one is your age, that is 24, and the second one is your address, that is Bangalore. Okay, so you can put up as many number of parameters as you want. If I'm putting it up right over here, as you're able to see, hi, this, your age is 24, you live in Bangalore. So you can do a lot of different stuff with this. For example, let's say that are you guys able to understand up till here? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand up till here? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand up till here, guys? It's pretty easy. There's nothing too complicated about this. Okay, it's very easy, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Okay, great. So the next thing that we want to see is, so once you have come to a party, okay, you have brought in a gift. Usually when you're leaving the party as well, you get a return gift as well. Okay, so I don't know what you call it in your childhood itself. We used to call it as return gifts. Usually it would be like a pencil box or a pen or something like that, or a water bottle or a tiffin as well. Like those kids were like, just like, why the fuck you want to give us a tiffin or something like that? So but yeah, you get a return gift at the end of a party as well. So the same thing, a function can also give you a return gift, and we have actually seen this while using some other functions. Let's try to understand this. Let's try to understand where we have seen this return gift that you are able to get from the function itself. The two functions that we have seen up till now that we have used a lot of different times is alert and prompt. Okay, if you guys remember it. So alert function also takes in a parameter, and this parameter is the text that gets shown inside your alert. Okay, and prompt is another, prompt, prompt is another function that we have used that takes in another parameter, okay, that is shown inside the prompt that is shown to you on your screen. So both of them take in an input as well. Both of them are functions. They take in an input, they utilize it, they do something to show you a prompt or an alert, but there's a difference between them. When you use an alert, you get the prompt, and then let's see this. Okay, let's go back to console. And let's delete this. Okay, let's have alert. Okay, hi. Okay, we are just having a very small alert right over here. Alert hi. Okay, if I'm writing this particular line of code, okay, if you're writing this particular line of code right over here, alert hi, if I'm pressing enter right over here, you're able to get this alert, but inside of the console you're getting this undefined right over here. You're getting this undefined right over here. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Yes, alert and prompt are also functions. Okay, so you're getting this undefined right over here. But when I use prompt, okay, when I use prompt, prompt, which is also a function right over here, what is your name? If I press something, instead of getting undefined, I'm getting whatever the user inputted to me. Okay, I'm getting something in return. Instead of getting undefined, that it is not returning anything back to me, it is not giving me any kind of gift back. Right over here, as you're able to see, when you're using prompt, you're able to get something back. Whatever the user has inputted inside the input field inside the prompt, you're able to get it back. You're able to get something in return. Okay, so that is the difference between the alert and the prompt. Okay, so if nothing is getting returned back, the function is not giving you anything while you're leaving the party, while you're leaving the function, while you're leaving the party, you're not getting any kind of return gift back. You're able to get an undefined, as like it is not getting you're not going to get anything after this party. You can just leave. Whereas when you're leaving the prompt party, the prompt function, it is giving you something back. It is giving you a return gift back at the end that you are able to see right over here inside your console. And that is the work of the return statement. That is the work of the return statement. So let's go back to our code itself inside of sources. So now to put up a return statement right over here, let's say that I want to return my age in dog years. I don't know how to calculate my age in dog years. I'm just taking up a fact that, okay, divide my age by 15. That is my age in dog years. Like, I'm just taking up that as like a normal hypothesis itself. I have no idea how to calculate my age in dog years, so please pardon me for that. But let's say that I want this particular function to return back to me, okay, give me back my age in dog years when it is leaving. Okay, so how to do that? Let's create var dog age is equals to your age, that is the input that we were having, divided by 15. Okay, let's say that. Okay, so we are having var dog age is equals to age divided by 15. That is how I'm able to get my age in dog years. I have saved it inside a variable called as dog age. Now, if I want to return something back, if I want to give something back after the function is over, you have to write return. Okay, that is after this function is ending, I want to return the dog age back. Okay, you want to return the dog age back. That's it. That's it. Okay, you just want to return the dog age back. That's it. If I'm saving this, okay, if I'm removing this from right over here, okay, control X, let's run this. Let's go back to console and let's paste it right over here. Okay, so greeting. Okay, greeting, this is the function that we have created. Greeting 24, that is our age, and Bangalore, let's say. So we are having this particular function, we are calling this particular function as greeting 24 Bangalore. I'm pressing enter. What is your name? So let's press in Shaurya. Hi Shaurya, your age is 24, you live in Bangalore. And as you're able to see, we are getting 1.6 back. Okay, we are getting 1.6 back. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Now, when you're getting something back, okay, just like in prompt as well, when you were getting something back, you wanted it to be stored, you wanted it to be used again. So you were storing it inside of a variable. You were writing var name is equals to prompt, what is your name, to be able to store whatever you are getting back from the function inside of a variable called as name. The same thing you can do with this as well. Whenever you're getting something back from the function, you can save it inside a variable by writing var name, dog age is equals to greeting 24 Bangalore. So you can do it like that. Okay, let me just explain it once again. Okay, so to return, so what I've done right over here is I've taken in the input as age. Okay, I've taken in the input as age. I've calculated my dog age. I don't know how to calculate it. This is a random hypothesis. So var dog age is equals to age divided by 15. Okay, so we have divided the age by 15 to find out my age in dog years, and then I'm returning. So when the function is getting over, it will return this value, that is my age in dog years, that is age divided by 15, that is 24 divided by 15. It will return it back to me, that I can do anything, like whatever I want to do, I can do with that. Okay, so right over here, when I'm running this particular line of code, when I'm calling my function itself, greeting 24 Bangalore, I can write greeting, let's say 36. Okay, I can do it like that as well. Greeting 36 Bangalore. Okay, it will ask me my name, it will give me my age in 36 Bangalore, and I'm able to get 2.4 as my answer. I'm able to get 2.4 as my answer. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. If you are returning age, okay, if you are writing something like this, okay, so let's say that you want to return age directly, okay, you don't want to return dog age. So whatever the age that you're given as an input, that is the same age that will be returned back to you. So if I'm doing this right now, it will return back to you like 36 again, because right now you are returning the age. Okay, you are returning the age. Okay, What is dog age? It's just a normal like calculation that I've done. Age divided by 15. Okay, I've named it as a variable called as dog age. That's it. Okay, it's nothing too fancy. Okay, it's just like I'm calling this particular as Kurd. Okay, so that's the same thing. Okay. Okay, so are you guys able to understand everything that you have learned up till this particular point of time, guys? Please do let me know. Okay, if you guys have any kind of question, okay, please let me know. Yeah, I know that Bangalore has changed its name to Bangalore. Okay, so yeah, but it's fine. Okay. Great, guys. Amazing, amazing. So the next thing that we need to do is, so we haven't uploaded the PPT for HTML right now, but I will be showing you guys where we are going to do our coding and everything from tomorrow onwards. Just give me a second. So we'll be utilizing an HTML PPT as well for studying HTML, some of the basics itself. The PPT will be made available by tomorrow morning on our Discord channel. Once again, the exact same place where the last PPT was there. We'll be providing the PPT for HTML and CSS on that channel itself. So if you guys, the link for the Discord channel is down in the description of the video itself. You can get the access from right over there. Let me show you guys. So now just the main important question: why the fuck are we writing our code inside a browser? Okay, why are we not using VS Code? Why are we not using a proper ID? What the fuck is wrong with us? Okay, so this is a big question that we need to answer right now. So let's try to understand it. Okay, see, JavaScript as a language was built to be used inside the browser itself. Right now, the browser, okay, just like think about the browser. Okay, this is your browser. Let's say, this is your browser right over here. browser, browser. Okay, your browser is just like your earth, earth. Earth. It provides an atmosphere. It provides all the tools and technologies and all the different kind of things that is required for the human being, or in this particular case JavaScript. Okay, this is our JavaScript right over here, or the human being, to live, okay, to function, to work properly. As soon as I'm removing JavaScript from this particular browser into my normal computer itself, when you are removing JavaScript and trying to run it directly inside of an IDE or something like that, directly without installing anything, just a normal VS Code or something like that, it won't work. This is space, okay, this is SPACE space, or your normal computer itself. JavaScript won't work. It will die immediately. It won't run properly. Okay, that is the problem that it will face, because humans cannot survive in space. Similarly, JavaScript cannot survive directly into a computer itself. There's a very good reason for that. If JavaScript was able to, now all the websites, as we have already seen this, so heavily dependent upon JavaScript. Most of the code, the 80% of the code written in these files are usually JavaScript. If JavaScript was able to function directly without the browser into your computer, then all these websites will be able to get access to all your files that are present inside your computer with ease. And you don't want that. You don't want these websites getting access to your files. The JavaScript was created in such a way that it was able to function properly inside of the browser itself. Okay, it was able to function properly inside of the browser itself. Okay, now, but that's not like the ideal condition. We cannot just go and write all our code, or all our JavaScript code inside a browser. It will take us years and years to be able to find a proper way to be able to do that. Now, due to that reason, okay, humans cannot survive in space directly, but there are space suits that have been developed by scientists that the humans can wear. Okay, these are space suits. Okay, right over here, I'm just drawing a space suit around this particular person. Okay, so there are space suits that have been developed by scientists, okay, that can be used directly, okay, so that the human is able to survive inside of space itself. That is the reason where, okay, this space suit in case of JavaScript is actually Node.js. Okay, this spacesuit in case of JavaScript is basically Node.js. Okay, are you guys able to understand? So Node.js provides you guys, okay, with a proper, okay, with a proper environment where the JavaScript is able to function properly inside of your normal computer, okay, inside of your normal computer itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this analogy? Please do let me know. So Node.js provides a basic atmosphere, okay, a basic environment where your JavaScript is able to function properly. It also adds upon a lot of features to JavaScript, okay, but that is totally different. We will be learning a lot about Node.js when we'll be doing the next bootcamp that is going to start from the 1st of September. There's the backend web development bootcamp. So we'll be learning about Node.js and Express again right over there. But yeah, that is the reason why we were not using a VS Code right now, because you need to understand why browsers are important. Okay, the second thing, the demerit of using a browser is, for example, if you're clearing your cache, okay, there's a cache memory of your browser. If you're clearing that, all the code that you have written right over here, okay, everything will be lost, and you don't want that. You want a particular file system where you are able to save your code, you are able to get access to your code at any point of time. Okay, your code lives on for as long as you want. Okay, so for all these different things, you need a proper IDE or an integrated development environment. Okay, for if you are working on a local laptop, you can use VS Code, you can use Atom. So initially I used to use Atom, but recently I've shifted to VS Code as well. So my suggestion would be, if you're working on a local laptop, definitely go with VS Code. But I'm able to understand most of you don't have a laptop. Okay, so for those guys who don't have a laptop, what we will be doing is we will be using something called as Code Sandbox. Okay, we will be using something I call as codesandbox.io. Now this is an online IDE. Okay, you can get access to this. It's free to use. There's no charge or something like that. It's an online IDE. It provides you all the features of an IDE that you are having on your local laptop. Okay, just like VS Code or Atom or something like that. But it's online, so you can get access from the to your smart TV, to your through your phone, okay, to your laptop, iPad, desktop, anywhere, anything that can get an internet access to it, that can open up a browser. You will be able to write all your code inside of an integrated development environment using this Code Sandbox, and this is what we are going to use. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Okay, so many number of people are asking me that tomorrow is India's Pakistan match and all those kind of stuff. See, I'm here. I'm suffering from food poisoning from the past 2 days. I'm still giving my 100% efforts. Yeah, I don't get anything from this. Okay, I'm doing this for free. I don't earn anything from this. My job is a lot. Like, it's paying me 4 lakhs per month. I'm very happy with that. Okay, I don't require money as well. So, but this is my passion. So I teach a lot. See, if you guys are interested to make sure that, okay, so your career is safe or not, India Pakistan match will come every single year. Every single year there will be some bhadas between the two countries. After some 15-20 years, there will be no Pakistan. China will take over Pakistan or something like that. So you don't have to worry about it. Okay, it's a game. You can come to the class for an hour or so, learn right over here. If you guys want, I will tell you guys the score as well while we are studying. But after the class is over, you can definitely get back to your India Pakistan match. For those who are so interested in the match itself that they are ready to sacrifice their own careers, hats off to you. But these are not the kids that I am currently aiming for to taking up further after this program. So these are not my target audience at the end of the day. So you guys can definitely go ahead, watch the entire match. Let me know how the match was there. Okay, so if that's the case, then go further with it. But we will be having the class at the normal timings. Yes, we'll be decreasing the class timings to 1 hour if you guys want for tomorrow. But yeah, the class will be there. We will not be skipping any classes. Okay. Muhammad something something has said, sir, no cuss words. The best thing about having my own YouTube channel is that I can swear. So yeah, I don't really care. Like, I love cuss words. I've invented some of my very own innovative cuss words as well. Of course, I cannot speak right over here, but yeah, like shit, fuck, these bullshit, these are not cuss words, man. These are emotions at the end of the day. Coming from a college, engineering college, if you're not still used to hearing cuss words, man, you're in hell of a ride right now. Even in the industry as well, we cuss a lot inside of meetings, inside of normal like talking as well. Inside of colleges, it was like we were coming up with like shairis and everything inside of like cuss words. So of course, but yeah. Okay. I understand some of you might be from some other fields as well. We have people joining us from like biotech to like maritime engineering, merchant navy. We have people joining us from various different fields. So, but yeah, anywhere I've went, okay, I've heard a lot of cuss words. So please don't tell me that you're not used to cuss words itself. Okay. Okay. Anyway, moving on from right over here. Let us see. Okay, so I've told you guys about code sandbox that we are going to use from tomorrow. We'll start with HTML from tomorrow itself. Don't worry about it, guys. And don't save. We don't want this. Anytime in the meanwhile, I will suggest you guys to follow us on Instagram. Every single day, we try to make sure that we are putting some valuable content in front of you. What we have done right over here is that every day there will be a post, okay, in the evening itself that we'll be making. And if you're spending 5 minutes a day going through the posts itself, see, I'm not asking for a lot of time. Okay, whatever post that we are making sure that it is providing you with some knowledge at the end of the day. Okay, we have some beautiful, like colorful memes as well sometimes, but we make sure that it is light but it is breezy as well. Go through these posts, okay, print linked lists and elements, try to understand what we have written right over here, try to understand what you have to do, okay. And every single day, okay, for example, let's say that scripting versus programming languages. So right now you have learned about JavaScript, okay. So go through this post, you will get to know something more about like JavaScript as a language itself. Okay, go through the post. There is a lot of different stuff that you will be able to learn on a daily basis. 5 minutes is more than sufficient to give to any post. Okay, you will be able to learn a lot. At the end, we try to make sure that we have a question and answering session as well, where you will have a small question. You can search for it, you can learn a bit more, you will Google stuff up, you will try to read a bit more, you will increase your own knowledge. Programming is all about like how much knowledge can you retain, okay, and that is what we want to promote as well. So go through the post itself. We, like I said, we try to make sure that you guys are able to get some memes and everything. So we try to make sure that some of the memes are very beautiful, okay, so that you guys can continue from right over there. What the fuck happened right over there? Okay, so you can definitely go through the entire thing, okay, and it would be great if you guys are able to follow us on Instagram or LinkedIn. Okay, the link to the same is down in the description of the video. It will be great to connect with you guys as well. Okay, so let me now send you the QR code for today, guys. I will show you the QR code for today. Give me a second. Download it. Day 2. Download. So guys, you can go ahead and scan this QR code from right over here, and that would be the attendance for today, guys. I hope that it would be easy for you guys. Also, please do make sure that you are able to like the video and subscribe to the channel as well. It will be great if you are able to do that. It hardly takes up a minute or two, but it really, really, really helps us a lot. So please try to make sure that like you are liking the video and subscribing to the channel as well. Ayan, here you don't have to worry about it. We have students from Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bhutan, from like Africa, from Europe, US. Everybody gets certificates, so it's not just for Indian students. Okay, so please try to make sure that you are able to like the video and subscribe to the channel as well. It really helps us a lot. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. Do we learn DOM in this bootcamp? A bit of DOM you will be learning. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so do not worry. Like I said, guys, please do like the video and subscribe to the channel. Right now we are at like 1000 likes. There are 2000 of you live right now with us. So if it's possible, can we take up the likes to like 1800? If it's possible, guys, please do let me know. Can we take up the likes to at least 1800, guys? Please do let me know. There are almost 2000 of us live right now, guys. Can we take up the likes to 1800? Please do let me know, guys. Okay, so I think so most of the students are not interested in it. But still, if you like today's class and you appreciate what we are doing for you guys, try to make sure that you are able to like the video as well. It really helps us a lot moving further. Anyhow, we will be meeting tomorrow again at 7 o'clock. I will try to make sure that tomorrow's class is a bit more interesting. We'll be starting with HTML and then CSS, and then we'll be starting off with React.js as well. So I will try to make sure that I'm able to bring some more creative examples and everything so that you guys are able to enjoy the classes and you're not feeling bored. Okay, so thank you so much, guys, and we'll meet tomorrow at 7. Please be on time and we'll have an awesome journey ahead. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, guys.